So today we're talking about orange people. It's the region mostly of India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, and Bangladesh too. No, so you kind of understand why they were lost in the South, and understood the court case, or they just couldn't be white or considered white. Now, how did we treat these people when they came to the States? Tell you one thing, is like what Ben Franklin said, they're not white. They were treated horribly, of course. So 1907, a group of 400 to 500 white men, so you know they weren't liked, wanted to stop Indian immigrants from working at the labor mill. They did this September 4th of 1907. The very next day after, they drove about 125 people from their homes, with also 100 of those people being sent to jail for their safety. Now, obviously, the hate didn't stop there. 9/11 came, making orange hate even more prevalent, to a point where history reflected itself, to the point where we associated a race with their religion, much like Spain had people associate Moors with Muslims. We associate the Middle East with Muslims. So short story short, we unknowingly trained these people and also might have supplied them. Then we perhaps benefited from the oil fields in Iraq or the Middle East. Then perhaps we got an opiate epidemic afterwards. All this is speculation, but that's not the point. Because of this incident right here, there was a strong black cloud over Middle Eastern or orange people, and not quite understanding their culture, or even that India and Pakistan are one and the same. Because we have a lack of this culture, it spread a hysteria between people. So came stories like reefer madness that was targeted more towards Mexican people. But this day and age, we have one just for them, where instead reefer makes you crazy, but an underdog story of a white rebellious class that doesn't want to be enslaved or be oppressed from darker, stranger, more Middle Eastern people, which worked just like reefer madness. And this Prince Henry the Navigator strategy of changing public perception to the point where you associate someone's color with their religious preference was effective. The point where these orange people had a ban placed just on them for false pretenses, where a president, granted he was a businessman and was exploiting people, made a travel ban based solely upon Muslims to stop terrorism, because socially we pointed terrorism towards orange people, then had the concept of orange people mean Muslim, like Marie met Muslim back in the day. History loves kissing itself. And in this travel ban, it was supposed to prohibit travel between places that committed terrorist acts. And on the list of all these places that were on the travel ban, none of them committed a terrorist act. However, they all sounded Muslim or orange.